Our family has been torn apart by grief and the endless questions that haunt us every day. Why?
Meshay's your girlfriend?
Meshay.
Okay. And then where was her kid at?
In Joe's house.
The family of Meshay, Melendez, and Layla Stewart getting some level of justice tonight as the man who murdered them is sentenced to life in prison.
Friends, today's dirty bastard is Kirkland Warren. He's being questioned regarding the death of his girlfriend Meshay and her daughter Layla. This interview will start where the police ask Kirkland what he was doing leading up to the events. Crime scene photos will be displayed throughout. And keep in mind, when they mention Layla's name, you'll hear a beep. This is due to police redactions.
Joe says that she saw at some point in the night, you and Meshay left, you guys came back, and then you and left the apartment with Meshay, who apparently was out in your car. What kind of car do you drive?
Charger.
The Dodge Charger, right? Yeah. And then where'd you guys go after that?
It wasn't nighttime then, it was the morning time. And then,
The next day?
yeah, it was literally the morning time.
So the 13th?
Yeah.
Okay. So where did you and Meshay go?
We didn't go anywhere. Meshay had parked the car down the street. We went down the street and took her to the car, and
Oh, okay.
that was it.
So you parked the car down, or she parked the car down the street. Car parked down the street. And you dropped her off there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then I tried contacting her later on that day because she had left her purse. And then
So, I'm sorry, she left her purse?
she left her purse.
Okay, so she left her purse in your car?
Yeah.
Okay. What does her purse look like?
It's like white and beige or something. But literally after that, Joe, even then, I had tried to, I didn't call her on a regular phone. I called her Google Duo, just because she said it was the safest. Called her Google Duo, she wasn't picking up.
And this is because she's missing, right? Like you were trying to get a hold of her and you couldn't.
I mean, it wasn't a big concern at first. 'Cause
Okay.
I literally just thought she was just ignoring me for a little bit or
Okay.
something.
What was wearing?
I couldn't tell you, just pajamas.
Pajamas. Anything stick out about those pajamas? Joe said that, and the reason I'm asking is because, like, I'm sure you've seen the movies, right? I feel like we're so far away. You've seen the movies where, like, it's important to know what the person was last seen wearing, right? And that's why I'm asking. Joe said that there was like a cat on the front. Does that ring any bells?
No.
Okay. So was wearing pajamas. Does she have any other property at the apartment, maybe in the car, or they got put into Meshay's car?
Not that I know of.
Okay. What time do you think that was that you left Joe's?
I don't know.
Okay, fair enough. Before like a lunchtime, before breakfast time?
Way before noon.
Okay, so maybe a breakfast time? I don't want to put words in your mouth, so
I couldn't give you
way before noon, but it was daylight.
I couldn't give you a specific time.
Okay. So before noon, and I'm not going to hold you down to these times. I'm just trying to get a general idea about maybe how far they traveled after you left them or whatever. Okay. What was the plan after that? Where did you go after that?
I got a bagel and I went to a friend's house.
A bagel?
Yeah.
Where'd you buy the bagel at?
I think it's called C's the Bagel.
Oh yeah, I know that place. Well, what location was that?
I'm not local, so I GPS everywhere. I couldn't tell you exactly which one.
Was it near Joanna's place, or did you have to drive quite a ways?
It was in the shopping center area. That's all.
Okay.
I couldn't tell you.
And then you got
I planned on going to what's the one called in Portland? It's a place in Portland that has good bagels too. I can't remember the name of the place. I can't remember the name right now.
It's all good, man. But you Googled it. You went to the bagel place that sees the bagel. You just can't remember the location. Did it take you very long to get from where you dropped her off to the bagel shop?
Not very long.
Okay. Do you have any idea where they would go?
No, she has a lot of friends, and literally Joe said she spoke to her that Monday, literally last Monday. But I haven't had any contact with her since. But I've been calling, and I know that's against the rules, but it's my girl.
Yeah, I understand. It's more important to find her, right? Her and her kid. You know what I'm saying?
Literally when we were living together before I got arrested.
Mm-hmm.
Literally the whole reason why I got arrested is because basically we got finessed by the detective. She literally went a couple of days before we were trying to get all this stuff resolved. She literally told him that she lied to him and everything.
Okay.
And then he said, "Oh, all I got to do is come in and make a statement."
Well, fair enough. I'm trying not to get too involved in your other case, right?
Okay, this other case, she had a restraining order against him. There was a moment in the apartment sometime during their relationship where he fired a gun in the house. He also was assaulting her. So she had a restraining order against him. That's the case he's talking about. Furthermore, he used to live in Arkansas. He mentioned that he's not local. While in Arkansas, he was a suspect in a case regarding the murder of a man. This is probably why he jumped ship and went to Washington. Anyway, let's continue.
But like I said, I'm more interested in that little girl. Okay, that is, Meshay could be anywhere, right? But I mean, I'm sure you love that little girl like everybody else, right? I mean, that little girl got a lot of family, right?
That's who I'm home.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm telling you, I'm literally, when Meshay gave her brother the car, I'm the one that got up in the morning to take Layla to school every morning.
So where do you think they're at?
I don't know.
You don't know? Okay.
Is there any history of them running off?
Not that I know of.
No.
Who was you said you went and got a bagel and then you went over to a friend's house. Who was that friend?
Her name is Nettie.
Nate? Nettie? What's Nettie's last name? Is Nettie her actual name or is that short?
Antoinette.
I'm sorry I'm asking a lot of questions, but I'm just trying to clarify stuff, right? And you're kind of soft-spoken. Do you mind if I pull up a chair? Wait, man. You're soft-spoken and I'm super deaf because I'm old.
It's not even that. I'm just no. I got a lot of shit I'm already dealing with, and this just makes everything worse.
Like what? Like your other cases?
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I only had one other case. And I've never ran from it. I've always been at every court date on time. I'm supposed to bail. Never got in trouble since. This is the most trouble I've been in since.
Okay. So tell me about, like you said that you were taking her to school and stuff.
Yeah.
What kind? Does she have a backpack?
Yeah.
What kind of backpack she got?
I don't know. She has like two of them, but I couldn't tell you what's on it.
Okay.
I can tell you what kind of she has I can tell you what kind of coat she has.
What kind of coat she got?
It's a long black coat with like fur around
Like a what do you mean by fur? Like
you know how to say this is your hood.
Okay.
It's just fur line right there.
Okay. Is it like imprinted with something? Like is it a picture or design?
It's either leopard.
Leopard print? Okay.
Leopard or cheetah. I don't know.
Okay. Does she wear that coat often? Yeah. Was she wearing that when you went and picked her up? Yeah. So, long black coat, wearing when you picked her up. Did she have an overnight bag at all?
I don't think she did because they don't live too far away from each other.
Okay. All right. She also said something about a cat.
Yeah.
Did they say they're going to go drop a cat off or anything?
No, she had the cat with her.
She had the cat with
When she got her mom's car.
And she never said, "Hey, Mama, where are we going?" She never made notes, and you didn't hear anybody make any statements about where they might be going. And you have no idea where they would go.
No.
Okay. Does have any devices like I told you, part of what I do is I work in a unit that does like a lot of electronic stuff. So I work with a lot of tablets because that's how I find kids. So did she have a tablet or a cell phone that she used?
Yeah, she had like a Google tablet.
A Google tablet? What did that look like?
I couldn't tell you. I was never on it. It's black, grayish.
Okay. Did she use like Snapchat or anything like that? TikTok? Oh, TikTok. The TikToks. And then you said you use Google. What is your normal mode of communication?
My normal mode is cell phone, but she had given me a phone when I first got out. Screen was cracked. She literally said, use this, call on Google Duo. Just don't use a phone number.
Okay. Do you have any other phones beside that? If you're like me and everybody that I know, I'll have more. I have my personal, I have my work phone,
Yeah.
and then I have.
Well, the first phone I got arrested with, it's already in police custody. I had a red iPhone,
Okay.
and then the other phones I got arrested with was my wife's work phone for our 360 photo booth, and the other one was for the 360 photo booth.
So both phones were wife's phones.
No, well, I got arrested with
Three phones, right? Yeah, a red wife phone.
The 14, that was brand new. We literally just got that one, and then the XR.
Oh, okay. What does the XR? Well, I guess first, what does the XR look like? They all had cases that I saw. Which one was that? What did it look like?
It's like a dingy, dirty gray.
Did you say gray?
Yeah, dingy, dirty gray. It's like
Are you saying green or gray? Gray.
But it's dirty.
What about the 14?
It had a brand new OtterBox on it.
Brand new OtterBox? Okay, so when you went over to Nettie's, what did you and Nettie do?
And we just hung out at a bagel and just watched TV.
Did you buy her a bagel too?
Yeah.
Is she like a girlfriend?
No.
No, she's just a friend.
Meshay is my girlfriend. Meshay is my girlfriend. But me and my wife are in the process of being separated.
Okay. I'm not here to judge you, man. I get it.
Yeah.
Cool. We're good. So you guys hung out, ate bagels. What'd you do after that? Did you guys watch TV?
Yeah.
What was on TV?
We were watching this thing called Bad Trip.
Bad Trip?
Yeah.
Is it a movie?
I don't know if it's a movie or like a TV series or docu-series or something. It was literally about celebrities taking hallucinogenics.
Oh. Is it on like regular TV?
On Netflix.
Netflix. So you went over there after you dropped them off at their car. Where was the car parked?
So you come out of Joe's house,
Mm-hmm.
you literally go down the street and literally right around the corner, and there's parking right there.
Okay. And did she?
To the right.
So I'm trying to phrase this. So I said I wouldn't talk about the other cases, right? So, did you see her park her car?
No.
How do you think she would park her car? Like, why do you think she chose that area?
So our cars wouldn't be close together.
Okay.
And I'm not trying to incriminate anything, but if anything helps, I know she went to make a sale to this girl named Becca.
Mm-hmm.
And she literally told her car was down the street.
Okay. And I'm guessing that's a nickname?
Yeah, I don't know her real name.
Okay. And is she like a real friend or is she like an online friend?
No, it's real.
Real friend.
Yeah. Literally lives 2 buildings next door. Basically related.
So, I mean, I'm trying to gather leads, right? So if you were me, where would you go looking for? And again, if I find, I'm likely going to find Meshay, right? So where do you think they're hiding out at? Where do you think would go? Where would she want to be?
I don't know. Like I said, again, I'm not trying to point fingers or anything. her ex-husband literally took and wouldn't give her back for a couple days, and we had an issue with that. So
When was that?
this was like sometime last year, maybe.
So I talked to the ex, and she's not there. We went and searched inside the house. Where would your next best guess be?
I don't know. That's
Okay.
Is there a place they used to hang out or that they like to be, in the area?
maybe 2 apartments over. But
2 apartments over?
they're really always like this, hand in hand.
Okay.
Are parents friends with Meshay?
Yeah.
Do you happen to know their names by at all?
Diamond.
Diamond? Is that a real name?
Yeah. And then I don't know her biological father's name, but the guy that really stands in for him, his name is Andre. That's who Dom lives with. Well, that's who lives with Dom.
So besides the apartment, where's the place they like to just go? If they're trying to, maybe they're stressed out or something.
It's never any stress, but they frequent a park by the complex. I literally don't know. They go to her sister's house, Beverly, or that's pretty much it. We were always together before I got arrested.
Was Meshay depressed at all? No.
No.
I was looking at her Facebook posts, and she seems pretty positive in despite of
Just literally we were fighting to get this shit fixed.
So you don't think she was despondent, and by that I mean suicidal?
No.
No. Did she say anything about having any enemies anywhere else that might want
No.
to kidnap her or anything like that?
Nothing like that. There was only one incident where a couple months before she didn't know somebody had texted her phone. She didn't know who was playing on her phone.
Mm-hmm.
They were talking about because she always drove my car because she let her brother use hers because we were all together. Somebody said, "Oh, when I see that 392, it's gonna be Swiss cheese. Or I'm gonna get you. You're going down for all the tax fraud you did, for all the people you hurt." And she literally tried to narrow it down between 2 people. That was the ex-husband Malcolm and the biological father Javante.
Okay, Malcolm and Javante. I'm gonna have to double check which one we actually talked
Like I
about.
said, Malcolm is the one that took Layla and wouldn't give her
Oh,
back.
okay.
Me and Meshay's brother were literally about to fight him over this.
She's got 2 brothers?
She got 3, but Esteban, Ricardo.
Esteban, that's what I was gonna double. Okay, and Ricardo, and who's the other one?
I don't remember the other one's name. I don't
Okay.
remember one is.
When was the last time you saw Esteban?
Before I got arrested.
Oh, okay. Long before, days, weeks?
Maybe a couple days before.
Okay.
Because he would pick Layla up, and Peter would pick Layla up from school and drop her off.
Okay.
You know Javante's last name? Or what he looks
I
like?
think just Stewart. I don't know.
Oh, okay, Stewart.
Any ideas for me? What do you think?
I don't know. I honestly don't know.
And I apologize, I'm getting into this really late. Why did they run off? Or does anybody know, or anybody have a theory or anything like that?
No, nothing. Literally nothing. I literally sat on the phone with her sister all day trying to figure out why. And that's the only thing we came up with either Javante or Malcolm. Like I said, Malcolm is the one that really took and would not give her back.
And that's the ex?
That's the ex-husband.
You said that was 6 months ago?
Not,
Something like that?
yeah, maybe
Something like that.
6 or less.
Okay.
Cool. And I'm sorry, just to follow up a little bit. Where did you live before you lived here?
Arkansas.
Arkansas. So you moved out of state, and you say you don't know this area very well.
Okay.
Where do you normally hang out when you're here in the city?
I hang out in Portland.
Portland? Okay. So let's say you get out of here, right? And then if I needed to follow up with you, let's say I'm still looking for these people. Would I find you anywhere else besides Portland or here in Vancouver?
Well, no, not now, because I'm getting extradited to Arkansas.
Do you have friends anywhere else in the county?
Couldn't tell you exactly where they live, but they were all people I met through Meshay. She was the social bug, and I was just right there.
So, I guess, are they city folk?
Like local.
Or or do they live in Portland?
Her sister lives in Portland. Her brother, the guy that lives with Meshay, they were literally 2 apartments next from us.
Okay. So her circle is your circle?
Something like that.
Somewhere like that? Okay. Do you have anything else? Okay, so. Do you have any questions for me? No? So, I told you I work missing persons, right? I actually do a lot of weird crap, to be honest. I work with a lot of child pornography, child exploitation. I literally live inside of a dungeon doing my investigations. A lot of them have to do with phones and stuff. So there were some things found on your phone that I'm trying to understand. Some of those were like, are you technologically wise, I guess? You say you're using Google and different stuff, so it seems like you might be a little bit more, like, do you know, like when I say like Wi-Fi, what I might be talking about?
Yeah.
Okay. So when we drive around with our phones, our Wi-Fi hooks up to our, like, I drive by, let's say I go by your house, right? And my Wi-Fi is searching for places. My phone actually digitally, right? Think creatively with me, okay? Digitally reaches out and shakes hands with your Wi-Fi. Says, hey, how you doing? I'm so-and-so. Can we connect? And then I don't have a password, and so your Wi-Fi says, no, get the heck out of here. And they don't connect. But that's been recorded on my phone. So on your phone, I found some data points that were out in Washougal. Why were you out in Washougal?
Looking at viewpoints.
Viewpoints?
Viewpoints, and Nettie can attest to that because she has a camera that we were literally getting ready for a lingerie party for. So I was literally just going to take pictures of viewpoints. Okay. I went to Rocky Butte.
Rocky Butte?
I went to Powell Butte.
Where's Powell Butte?
You would have to Google it.
Is that Oregon?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then it's some, I can't remember the other place's name, but it was like it's literally a little path off the road, and you literally just look over. I forgot what the name of that one was called.
Is that in Oregon or is it Washington? Washington. And where was that? Is that out in Washougal?
Yeah, towards that way.
Okay. So east. Now you said a little pull off that is a lookout, and a popular one out there is called the Cape Horn.
Yeah.
Is that what it's called? Yeah. And when were you at these spots?
I couldn't give you the exact time and dates right now.
Could it have been the day that you last saw?
No.
No. What? Like a few days after? A few days before?
A few days after.
When did you get your car all dirty?
You said when?
Yeah, when did you get your, like, so I am super OCD about my cars, and I would dang near be super OCD if I had a car like yours, right? That 392 is pretty sweet.
No, not after it got hit. Didn't care.
You got hit?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see any damage on it?
Yeah.
Oh. So you keep it clean though, for sure, right?
No.
Not really? Okay. Friends are telling me that you typically do, at least I guess in comparison to their cars. I was just trying to figure out where all the mud came from.
You can literally look, because I got a Watchman sticker. You can literally check it. You can look. We don't use it.
Okay. So you don't wash your car, is what you're saying?
Barely.
Okay. So they're wrong. Fair enough. Does the car have GPS? Like OnStar, any cool stuff like that?
I don't know if it has OnStar, but I know it has Uconnect.
Okay. How many kids you got?
Two.
You got any grandbabies? You old enough for that? Yeah.
A 7-year-old and a 2-year-old.
So about the same age as. Huh?
Yeah, they play Roblox together.
Oh, they do. Has she asked you about that?
Yeah, she hasn't been online in a couple of days.
What'd you have to tell her?
I said, I don't know.
Hey, can we break for a second?
Sure.
And, chat.
Yeah.
Just for a minute.
I'm gonna see the recording going. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you went out to a few different viewpoints. I told you what I do, who I am. I'm actually kind of a weird guy. I work a lot of child crime type stuff. That I don't tell you this to like impress you or scare you. It's obnoxious. I tell you this stuff because nothing that's going to come out of your mouth isn't something that I haven't heard before. Okay, I'm not here to judge you. I don't care. Okay, I just want to be able to find that baby. Okay, do you know where they're at?
No.
No. I don't come here with all questions. I do have some answers. What do you think my answers are?
I don't know.
If you had to guess. Come on, man. If you had to guess what my answers are, what are they?
I don't know.
Are you a spiritual person?
I believe in God.
Okay. I am too, and I do too. And so does he, actually. We all make mistakes, right?
All the time.
Fair enough. When I talk to people that are having sex with kids, okay, those are the people I talk to. I'm not saying you're having sex with kids. That's not why I'm here. I tell them, I'm not here to judge you. You have the same reasons. We all make mistakes. But the thing that separates people from being a monster and somebody that makes mistakes is somebody that has knowledge of something that they hold on to. Does that make sense? Okay. So, what do you think my answers are?
I don't know.
Take my hand. Look at me. Do you think I'm here to judge you?
No.
Do you think I'm here because maybe God put me here?
You're here to do your job.
Yeah. And what do you think that job is?
To find them.
To find them, right? Do you think maybe I have found them?
No.
You don't know?
I hope not.
You hope not?
I hope not in the way you think. I hope not in the way that I think you're about to say.
What do you think I'm about to say? Kirkland.
Just tell me they're okay.
I can't tell you that.
That's all I need to hear. Just
What do you think? Where do you think they are?
I don't know.
Kirkland, I'm here to ask about what actually happened. And I wouldn't be here having this conversation with you if I didn't think that maybe you'd want to talk about it.
I didn't do anything.
You didn't do anything?
No, sir.
So what did happen?
I don't know. I don't know where they are.
You don't know where they are?
I've been called and called.
I get it. Do you think that maybe that might be some denial?
No, sir.
Kirkland.
I made my mistake before.
Okay, fair enough. I'm not here to think about past
I
stuff.
don't run from it.
Then tell me about what happened to that baby.
I don't know.
You do know.
I don't.
Kirkland. I don't want to go down the road with all the stuff that I have on my phone. I want to hear it from a man. You're a man, right?
I am
You're a man that maybe made a mistake, not a monster?
not a monster. I made my mistakes in the past.
So tell me about the mistake that happened.
The one in Arkansas?
No, I don't. Not about that, man. Tell me about this baby.
I don't know.
Kirkland, you can't even look me in the eye, man. Come on.
I'm looking at you dead in your eyes.
Okay. Brother, I'm not here to like be like defensive and stuff. Okay, I'm dead serious when I say I'm here genuinely. God put us in this room for a reason. This is your chance, because what people are going to want to ask, what your family's going to want to ask, is why. I was there. I was at the scene. I know what road you were off of. I know why there's mud on your car. I know why there's tire tracks down that little road that goes up where you turned around and went back. I know all that stuff. I don't need to know if you did it. Everyone wants to know why. And I think a man like you would at least give people the peace of mind of to at least know why.
I didn't do anything.
So then what happened then?
I don't know.
If you had to guess.
I don't know.
Do you think that I'm lying?
You know that you're doing your job.
I'm absolutely doing my job. If I show you a picture, do you promise to tell me what happened?
I don't know.
To show you that I'm not trying to just pull willy-nilly information out
I
of
don't know
you?
what happened.
Bloody bag. Okay. Tire tracks. Agreed? This is called Woodward Ridge Road.
You said what?
Woodridge or Woodard Ridge Road. It's off of Skyview Road or Sky Ridge Road. It's on Washougal. I'm not going to show you the rest of them because it doesn't matter. I think right there is enough for you to know that I'm telling the truth. The news is outside. I'm not here to like play games and like try to tell you something that's not true. I wouldn't do that crap. I don't lie to people. I don't need to. But this is your opportunity to at least tell your family why.
Done talking. I told you I didn't know anything. We can go with an attorney from there.
Okay. Fair enough. 1651. Present during this interview was Detective Chad Nolan, Kirkland Warren, and Sergeant Tim Martin. Do you have any questions? You'll direct them to your attorney. Okay. We're going to go off the record. Maybe.
So that's the end of the police interview. Now, when the police found the bodies, Layla appeared to have been molested. There was evidence of SA. But for this, he didn't plead guilty. For the charge of child molestation, he took the Alfred plea. Doesn't change that he's a dirty bastard. Both of them had been gunned down and shot in the head. In fact, in the court documents, it said, let me read this out to you. The girl was found naked from the waist down, which prompted investigators to obtain samples from the girl's body to determine whether she had been SA'd. Those samples were linked with Warren, who they additionally accused of raping the 7-year-old before taking her life and her mother. You dirty motherfucker. So, for the child molestation, he went with the Alfred plea, but he pled guilty to the murder of Meshay. He was sentenced to life in prison. Comment, tell me what you think.